Skye Perryman, President and CEO of Democracy Forward. Always good to see you, Skye. So let's get into this. Is the law clear on the legality or illegality of not just more than 80 people killed in the campaign so far, but this report of the killing of survivors? And if so, could Hegseth be called to account?
You know, look, a number of legal experts, both in the United States and internationally, have said that it is quite clear that this appears to be a war crime. But what's more concerning, and I think what should concern every single American, is that this administration is not being transparent in what laws it is purporting to rely on, in what legal authority it is purporting to have. It is only giving generalized answers when everyone from elected members of the United States Senate to lawyers to those even within the federal government are asking it to justify its actions. So this is a highly concerning situation. It tramples on, the authority of Congress and likely international law.
Okay, well, we'll see how this all plays out relative to this specific incident. But let's move to the State Department, which has immediately paused visas to travelers with Afghanistan passports, of course, after the deadly attack on 2 National Guard members in D.C. And the Department of Homeland Security is again pushing the idea of remigration. It's a concept with ties to the white supremacy movement in Europe. Skye, are there legal concerns around the Trump administration's new asylum policy?
Yeah, there are many legal concerns. I mean, this is an abrupt, policy change. Often we've seen with this administration that really does have a range of legal concerns. And again, it's highly concerning what happened to 2 National Guards people in Washington, D.C. Every American, is concerned about that. But this is another part of the administration's playbook where they use one incident to then make abrupt policy changes that are not even calculated to address that particular incident. And so, we are obviously looking at all legal options. There are a range of cases that have already been filed where the administration has been losing in court because of its abrupt changes to immigration policy. And I think that you'll see this one challenged as well.
Hey, to that end, the president says he's now ordering 500 National Guard troops to D.C., but it is in spite of a ruling last week declaring that the deployment there is illegal. So the administration then filed an emergency appeal after the shooting. But how do you see this case playing out?
Yeah, this is really concerning. I mean, a federal judge has already said that there was no basis for the Guard deployment. Instead of complying with that order, that the administration was using the 21 days that the judge gave in order for it to appeal, leaving National Guard in the city. And then, of course, this tragic incident occurred. And so, we are confident that there is no basis for the president's deployment of the Guard in D.C. That is what the federal courts have said. You've seen state courts in Tennessee say that there's no basis for the deployment in Tennessee. And you've seen a range of courts across the country call the president's tactics here into question. And so we're going to have to see how this plays out. But I think what should concern everyone is this is an administration that continues to believe that it is above the law and continues to put people in harm's way with a really dangerous approach to the way in which it's governing, ignoring the courts, ignoring the Constitution, and ignoring the rules of federal judges.
It is something you with Democracy Forward do every day. You are seen as the legal resistance, shall we call it, to Trump 2.0. So Skye Perryman, thank you so much for joining us.